The percent equation part 2. Of the 350 females that were surveyed for a study, 238 females were married. Find the percent of females that were married. We're going to use the percent equation to solve this problem. We're asked to find the percent, so we need to identify the base and the amount in this problem. Now, the base can be thought of as the whole, because remember, percents are just parts to a whole. So we can think of the base as the total number of people in the study, or females in the study, and then the amount is the part to our base. So the amount would be the females that were married. So that means that the amount, which is our part to our whole, is 238, and then our base is 350. We'll take those values and substitute them into the formula. So I have percent times 350 equals 238. Now to get the percent by itself, I need to divide both sides by 350. These will cancel on the left side, so the percent is equal to 238 divided by 350. When you do this on your calculator, you'll get 0.68. But remember, we're asked to find a percentage, and this is a decimal. So to convert the decimal to a percent, we'll just multiply that by 100. So our final answer is 68%. Mary spends 23% of her income on rent, 12% on food, and 19% on all other bills. If the balance after all expenses are paid is $400, what are her monthly earnings? For this problem, the percentages represent Mary's bills. And then the problem says that after those bills are paid, she has $400 remaining. And we want to know the total of her monthly earnings. So $400 is the part to the whole. So that means that $400 is the amount in our percent equation. So amount equals 400. And we want to find the base because that's going to be her monthly earnings. Now the percentages represent her expenses. To find the percent that will apply in our equation, we need to add all of these individual percentages up to find the total percent of all of her expenses. So the percent that we'll use in our formula is equal to 23% plus 12% plus 19%. And when you add up those values, we get a total percentage of 54%. Now remember, in order to use a percent in a formula, we need to first convert it to a decimal. So we'll divide 54% by 100 to get us 0.54. So we're going to substitute 0.54 into our formula as the percent, then multiply that by the base, which is the value we don't know, and that's going to equal the $400. In order to find the base, or her total earnings, we'll divide both sides by 0.54. So we get that the base equals 400 divided by 0.54, which is 740.7407,407. Now remember that the base represents her monthly earnings, which is a monetary amount. So we're going to round to 2 decimal places. So I want to round the 4, so I look at the value to the right of the 4. That's a 0, since 0 is less than 5. I keep the 4 as is, so my final answer is that the base equals $740.74. Jim employs 452 employees. With recent analysis, he decides to lay off 80 employees. Find the percent of employees that will be laid off. Round to 2 decimal places. We can use the percent equation again, which is percent times the base equals the amount. Now, Jim employs 452 employees. This is our whole, so this is going to be our base. And the amount is the part to the base, which is 80 employees, because that's the amount of employees that he needs to lay off. And we're asked to find the percent. So we can go ahead and substitute these values into the equation to solve for the percent. So percent times 452 equals 80. We'll divide both sides by 452 to get the percent by itself. So we have the percent equals 80 divided by 452. And when you do that on the calculator, you get 0.1769911,504. And since we're looking for a percent, we can multiply by 100. So we get 17.69911504%. And our problem tells us to round to 2 decimal places. So we'll look at the 9, and then we'll look at the value to the right of the 9, which is also a 9. So since 9 is greater than 5, I am going to round this 9 up to a 10, so that makes the 6 a 7 in this case. So my rounded percentage is 17.7%, or 17.70%.